Tired of paying retail prices for Pokemon TCG? Then go to ccgcastle.com where you can find packs under $3 a piece, as well as elite trainer boxes, booster boxes, and more at great prices. Use promo code Evolutionaries-5 and save 5% off your next order.
What's up, guys? And here, welcome back to Evolutionary Gaming. And today, we have the very first deck profile plus online battles for the new Cosmic Eclipse sets. And of course, my first one would have to be the Reshiram Zekrom. Guys, I kid you not, when this card was first announced way back, I nearly lost my mind. Because just the fact Reshiram Zekrom alone teaming up was amazing, but the fact that N was a part of it as well, like, oh man, I was almost doing backflips when I saw that. So this is an extremely powerful card. So its first attack is going to be the main focus of our deck, Fabled Flare Bolts. For Fire and Lightning, you can discard up to 3 in any combination of basic Fire and basic Lightning energy from your bench Pokemon, and it does 90 damage for each. So this gives you up to 270 damage, one-shotting almost everything in the game. So that's really insane for 2 energy. Its GX move, Cross Break, is also really good. So for 2 Fire, 2 Lightning, this is 170 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. If you played End's Resolve during this turn, which is a very cool card as well, you get to do 170 damage to another one of your opponent's bench. So if they don't have that Mew bench barrier out, you're basically potentially taking 3 to 4 prizes with that right then and there. Like timed right, you're ending the game with a Cross Break GX right there. So really cool card there. And we are going to be running the Naganadel engine here with it. Charging up here, you get to add an energy from your discard pile onto this Pokemon. So it helps accelerate the energies that we get rid of with Fabled Flare Bolts. And not to mention, he's not a bad secondary attacker. 80 damage for 3 colorless, and we have 3 prize cards, which you should, by knocking out a tag team with Reshiram Zekrom, you'll be doing 160. So really awesome there. We are going to be running 2 copies of Dedenne. I know this card's a bit expensive and kind of difficult to both get IRL and online, but for a deck like this, Dedenne is absolutely necessary. I do apologize, guys, but I do not see an alternative, like a cheaper alternate you could do for Dedenne in this particular deck. And we are also going to be running 1 copy of Tapu Koko just to get some more lightning energy from our discard onto our bench for Fabled Flare Bolts. And that's about it for the Pokemon lineup. Pretty simple stuff. A lot of our trainers are basic too. We've got 3 Cherish Ball to search these 5 beauties right here, of course. We are going to be running Energy Switch, just so in case we have a empty Reshiram with no energy, and we have Naganadels with energy, we can just switch those right to the active. I did try Tag Switch at first when I was testing this, but I found so many more times that my energy was attaching to Ganadels rather than a bench Reshiram, so that's why I went with Energy Switch instead. We are going to be running Great Catcher. We did just get this card from Cosmic Eclipse, and it's really good. You pitch 2 cards, and you get to switch your opponent's bench GX or EX with their active. So this helps bring out the tag teams or GXs that you could just one-shot with Fabled Flare Bolts. That's really cool. We're going to be running Mysterious Treasure, helps search our Reshirams, and also our Poipled Naganadels. So literally everything but the Tapu Koko in this deck is searchable. And if you really want to search the Tapu Koko, you could take out some things for Pokemon Communication, if you wish. We are going to be running 3 copies of Switch here, mainly because as much as we do want him in the active, we sometimes have to get rid of him, and he is a pretty bulky retreat cost, so definitely want ways to do that. We are going to be running 3 copies of Viridian Forest. Now, I did try Giant Hearth at first because fire, but more often than not, I found myself needing to grab the electric energy rather than the fire. So that's why, for my personal reason, I did the Viridian Forest instead. So we're running 3 Cynthia, of course, draw. 4 copies of End's Resolve. Now, at first, I thought this was just gonna be like a tech 1 or 2 of with this engine, but no, this card is just as important as in the Ganadels. So you mill the top 6 from your deck. If any of those cards are basic energy, you can attach them to one of your bench Dragon Pokemon. So this can really help load up a bench Reshiram, and if you have a switch in your hand and you get it to the 4 energy, switch it out, and then you get to use Cross Break to get 2, or End's Resolve, fill up a Reshiram, If you have nothing else for Fabled Flare Bolt, you could use that as well. So it's a very, very good card. And it's not only this deck, lots of Dragon decks are using this card right now. I know the God Trio, Arceus, Palkia, and Dialga really rely on this card here. So it has a lot more uses than that. So we're going to be running 2 Volkner, 4 Welder, because of course being able to attach a fire to a Reshiram without actually attaching for turns really good. We have 2 U-turn board, mainly be able to make this guy retreat for free. And our energy count is going to be 9 fire and 5 electric. That's about your standard count. You can increase the count by 1 more each if you wanted to, but this is about average. So guys, that does it for the deck profile. Now we're going to go see some battles and see how this deck really kicks off. Alright guys, round number 1 here. And looks like Dragon, Lightning, and Psychic. Could be a couple things. Dragon, Lightning, and Psychic. Matter of fact, this might be a mirror match. This could actually be a mirror match. Ah, and we mulligan. I mean, we don't have the absolute most basic Pokemon, but we don't have a low amount either. 3 mulligans? That has never happened to me with this deck before. Alright, so we're going to start off here with a Poiple. It's not the worst thing to start off with. Oh, that's a Drampa. That is a Drampa. Ultra Space. Alright, we can take advantage of that. That was actually a stadium I did debate on running because of the Poiple. Stuff for running. Okay, yep, this is a mirror. But the Drampa's an interesting choice. I mean, having a basic bench is also good. Zeraora was also one I thought about as well to give it free retreat. But I kind of decided against it because it wouldn't be another 2 prizes to grab. So let's go ahead and use the Ultra Space against him. Get ourselves that. Let's go ahead and play a Cynthia. Shoot. Alright, we'll attach to our bench. And we'll pass. Alright, so we have Viridian Force to search another fire. We've got the Welder. But then again, we have the Volkner here as well. Huh, that's interesting. I've actually never faced a mirror yet. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. And especially because it's not an exact mirror. He got rid of his Ultra Space. On his part, that was a good move. So then we switch in the electric. Now, does he have a switch? Or no, maybe he doesn't. Oh, that's. Oh no, wait, that's right, Zeraora. It has uses. Like the Zeraora in here definitely has uses. My whole thing is just I just didn't want to have even more easy knockouts. Because especially now with this set, it's so easy to knock out Pokemon that's like less than 250. Alright. Okay, Cherish Ball. I actually feel like we need a Dedenne here. Let's go for the Volkner. We'll get another Cherish Ball. We'll get the Lightning Energy. Cherish Ball for a Reshiram. Let's go ahead and attach for turn. Do I want to play Viridian Forest? Yeah. I think it's best to play the Viridian Forest. Alright, so we're going to pitch that and draw 6. Right, nice. Alright, how many energy? He has 1 energy there. Okay, so at the most, he's not going to be knocking us out this turn. So we'll go ahead and retreat. Use Mysterious Treasure, pitch that. We have Poiple. So we ended up pitching our other one, and our last one's prized. That's okay, though. That's perfectly okay. We'll be just fine for next turn. So we end up taking a knockout on either this or the Zeraora. Then we could get the prizes, increase our chances of drawing into the other Naganadel, and then we should be all good. Because when we start something with the Welder, we get draw 3, and we should be okay. And as I said before, I severely doubt he's gonna be able to knock out my Reshiram this turn, because he would have to have like the perfect everything. He would need to have a Welder, he would need to have an Energy in hand, and a Naganadel to do it. Which he has a Naganadel. And he's playing Volkner this turn, so there's absolutely no way he can do it. He'll be able to do some pretty good damage, but he won't knock us out. Okay, so he went for a Great Catcher. Okay, so he's going to go after my Dedenne most likely. Yep. Because that he has a much better chance of one-shotting. Alright, I mean, I get trying to go for the prizes quicker. But if we end up succeeding in knocking this out, he's going to be kind of left wide open. Not kind of, he is going to be left wide open. But on the other hand, now he just needs to knock out one tag team to win. So, in a sense, I do get where he's coming from. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play the Welder. Done. Attached to bench Reshiram. Eesh. So at most we're just doing 90 damage. Ooh. How many Great Catchers has he? He's only used one Great Catcher so far. Actually... have a bit of a crazy idea. Gonna offer up the Poiple. See if he takes it. So he does take it. And what I'm thinking is I can end resolve, and if I get what I need, then I can knock out both. I can knock out his Naganadel and either the Drampa or the Naganadel. Okay. So that basically answers my question for me. I'm going to be knocking out both his Naganadels, essentially cutting off all of his energy acceleration, and we're going to do pretty good. Unless he has another Great Catcher and an attachment for turn. Please don't have a Great Catcher. Please don't have a Great Catcher. If he doesn't have the Great Catcher, we can make this work. Okay, he's going to go for Cynthia. It all really depends on what he's going to do this turn. Please don't have the Great Catcher. That is all I am asking. Okay, no he doesn't. Good. Thank goodness. Alright, so let's go ahead and attach a fire for turn. We can go ahead and discard that, get another fire, thin out our deck a little bit. We really need to hit the electric. And with that, let's end this resolve, mail the top 6. And we didn't get anything. Shoot. I think I could still make this work, though. Go ahead and Great Catcher up. Is there Aura or the Reshiram? Let's bring up this Reshiram. Go ahead and charging up. And we'll Fabled Flare Bolts. That did not go the way I expected it to. Unfortunately. I was really hoping, just really hoping that we could get what we needed. But did not happen like that. Alright, and it looks like this is going to be his game, because now all he has to do is just Fabled Flare Bolts everything away. Alright guys, so game 1 was a loss for us, but let's go ahead and see what happens with game number 2. Alright guys, second round. And I see Pure Psychic, so I'm gonna go with Malamar. But which version of Malamar? Is it gonna be in a more popular Giratina version? Or is he gonna be experimenting with the Solgaleo Lunala? These are the questions. And we have a Tapu Koko Prism. Not the best. Not the worst either. I'll take a Poipole and a Koko Prism start over a Dedenne start. Because those are the absolute worst starts. Yes, I would. Oh, top pick of the Dedenne. It's pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get the Reshiram Zekrom. Go ahead and activate that. Go ahead and get a Lightning Energy and a Switch. Now it's gonna seem crazy why I'm doing all this, but I assure you I do have my reasons. Only thing that stinks is I'm gonna be getting rid of one of my energy switches. But we're gonna make this work. We can make this work. And there's really nothing else for us to do, so we can just pass. Gonna go for a treasure. What? No, which Malamar is he playing? That's gonna be the question. I'm going to slightly lean towards the Giratina one because that's still the fairly popular one. But you never know. I've actually been trying out the Solgaleo Lunala version myself. It's an interesting one. Like, it gives you a really heavy attacker. Because the deck mainly focuses on 2 shots with 1 prizers. But this one's interesting. Like, the Solgaleo Lunala is interesting. It gives you a beefy potential 1-shotter. Mimikyu. Alright, that's definitely a tech Pokemon you see a lot in it. A Switch. Always good to get the Owie. Okay, so since there's a Shrine of Punishment, I'm going to lean towards most likely this is not the Solgaleo Lunala. I've seen people do it. I've seen people run GXs, like, see that? I've seen people do stuff like that, even with Shrine of Punishment. So it's still slightly possible, but I'm still going to say kind of unlikely. Alright. Would it actually let me attach to the Koko? That's crazy. That was actually kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. So we'll do that. We will attach for turn. Go ahead and get rid of these. Bring up the Deoxys. And we'll go ahead and Fabled Flare Bolts for 90. So if we can get rid of this big tag team here, that puts us a lot closer to beating Malamar. Something admittedly that's going to be a little hard for this deck to do, because yeah, even though it can do the massive damage, it's still one prize at a time. Not to mention he's got the Esper there with Ear Kinesis and Shrine of Punishment, so that's not going to be the best for us. Oh, Spell Tag, that's not fun either. Alright, so what's he going to go for? Mysterious Treasure. So guys, something a little off topic here, while my opponent's going through with his turn. Tomorrow, well technically midnight tonight, Sword and Shield releases. And I am definitely going to the midnight release to that. Are you guys going to be going to the midnight release, or are you guys just going to plan on getting it on Friday? Honestly, I think midnight releases are so fun. I did it once for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it was actually a really fun time. Like, just being able to talk with all the people. We had some cosplayers there. I imagine we're going to see some Pokemon ones there too. Like, honestly, if I wasn't going to be coming straight from work after this, I would totally show up during my end cosplay. But, like I said, not only am I coming back from work, but my job is also very filthy. So, unfortunately, I can't. And wears a lot of white, go figure. Worst possible combination with that. Oh, he's actually getting rid of his Shrine of Punishment. I mean, I could see why. Because if I time it just right, I could go ahead and take my 3 prizes and not be affected by Spell Tag. Alright, so all in all, his start, he's not doing bad. Only thing, I mean, in a sense, I kind of get why the Esper. Choose a card, well, we have no choice. Let's go ahead and Flare Bolts. As much as I don't want to take the Spell Tag damage, yeah, see, I really didn't want to do that. But I need to get more cards. Alright, so Mimikyu, his Copycat's going to be useless. But at the same time, I definitely would not have promoted the Deoxys either. Alright, so he's going to go for a Filch. And that blue's tactics there, really coming through for him. Crazy idea time. Ends resolve. Shoot. Let me go ahead and get a lightning energy. I was really hoping I would get both the lightning and the fire. Attach the U-turn board retreat. And then I would snipe both this and one of his Malamars. Man, he's got all of his spell tags out right now. Really hope I top deck something amazing this turn. See, that Lunala there might be a trouble for me. Alright, have to. As much as I would rather not discard that. So let's go ahead and cross break. Let's go ahead and knock out the Deoxys here. Now again, we are unfortunately going to be taking some spell tag damage. Alright, but hey, we get to take 3 prizes. So it's another Reshiram, Fire Energy, and a Lightning Energy. Really hoping they'd be ways to draw. And since that was a GX move, the Mimikyu once again really won't be doing anything. But that Psy Storm's really going to do something to me. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. Yep, that's enough damage to knock me out. Yep, that is literally going to be 3 prizes my opponent takes right there. Let's see here. Yeah, I got rid of both my U-turn boards. I still have a switch left. So that's good. Ay, poor thing. Now let's go ahead and put a Poiple. A welder. Attached to the welder. Let's go ahead, Mysterious Treasure away that. We've got all the energy in our discard to work with here. Alright, I have no choice. I gotta give him a Dedenne. I really don't want to do that. So you see that's 81, 120, 140, yep. So as much as I hate to give him a Dedenne like that, I don't really have a choice. Because obviously I can't afford this being knocked out, and he's too important. Because I can not only charging up, but I can also Viridian Forest for when to put another once in again, though. That's 180 I get to use, knocking this guy out. I would take spell tag damage, but he's too good. Like right now, at this moment, this Lunala is extremely dangerous. That would make this so much worse if he had a Pokemon, a Great Catcher in hand. That would literally make this so much worse for me if he has that. Okay, so Cynthia. Cross our fingers. Okay, he doesn't have any. He took the Dedenne. Good. Good, good, good. At least now with that we get to knock out this. Oh gee, switch. Oh gee, switch. Where were you when I needed you like a few turns ago? So let's go ahead, charging up. We'll go ahead and use Fabled Flare Bolts. Again, spell tag damage, but that's okay. His big danger Pokemon's out now. And it's a Prism, so there's no way it's coming back. Alright, so we have a Great Catcher here. Alright, we're both down to the final prize. Oh boy. Whew. This is pretty intense. Not gonna lie. So he has a Distortion Door. He could definitely load it up, but does he have 2 custom catchers? Because I don't know if... Because I know Malamar, for some people, are going back and forth between trying the Great Catcher or still sticking with the custom catchers. Nah, depends. What's this guy doing? Is he still sticking with custom catchers? Because if that's the case, if he has the 2 custom catchers, he's still sticking with that, then we're done. Okay, he has a switch. Does he have the custom catchers? Okay, no. He doesn't have the custom catchers. We got this. And surrender to us. He knows that I could charge up, and go ahead and attach return because of his Viridian Forest. Whew! That was a close one. That was definitely a close one. And honestly, Malamar's kind of is a pretty iffy matchup when it comes to this deck because of the prize ratio. So let me go ahead and give you guys one more look at it. So, yeah, guys, as you can see, it is a very powerful deck, and honestly, Malamar is a good comparison to it because it can lose to itself a lot. Like, it can lose to its own dead draws, or if it just goes off, you're just dealing with everything, no problem. And your end's resolve is a really big factor too, whether or not it works or not. So there's a lot of factors with this deck. I would definitely say, like Malamar, it's really great if you're doing best of ones at like League Cups and League Challenges, but only time will tell if it's really good at Originals or not. Because right now what I'm just giving you is my opinion. When the first standard regional of Cosmic Eclipse comes up, then we'll have a much better idea of where all these decks fit in. But for right now, testing it on PTCGO, testing it out with your friends, seeing what goes on, that's really going to be the best way right now to determine what's going to be really good or not, and how much Cosmic Eclipse really impacts the set. I mean, not impacts the meta. Because I really do feel like it's going to impact it. So guys, if you enjoyed this video here today, be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and comment down below, and hope you guys all enjoy Sword and Shield releasing, coming out tonight at midnight. As I said, I am definitely going to be there. Really hope you guys are going to be there too. Midnight releases are so awesome, but also the term midnight release can be a little bit misleading. Some places will do it like at actually midnight, some places do it early, like 9, 10 o'clock. So if you guys want to do that, go ahead and check out your game stores, GameStops, wherever you guys pre-ordered it from, and they should have the information on all that. So guys, hope you have a fantastic day. Once again, enjoy Sword and Shield, and I'll be seeing you guys later.